But what if an ice age hit today? How would modern armies, fighter jets, and warships fight in a frozen, dying world? If an ice age began now, within decades, massive ice sheets would swallow Canada, northern Europe, and Russia. Temperatures in Arctic zones could plummet below 100 degrees C, with some areas possibly hitting 110 degrees C in the dead of winter with ice sheets kilometers thick. Sea levels would fall 120 meters, turning oceans into frozen highways, but cutting off warm water ports. Billions would be forced south into crowded, resource-starved regions, and wars would erupt over the shrinking habitable zones. Modern military mobility would change overnight. Fighter jets, like the F-22, would need heated hangars and pre-warmed engines just to start. Aircraft carriers would face frozen decks, and icebreakers would become the most valuable ships afloat. Armies could march across frozen seas like the Bering Strait or Hudson Bay, opening invasion routes that never existed before. But extreme cold would cripple vehicles. Fuel gels, hydraulics freeze, and batteries die in minutes without constant heating. In the Ice Age, the environment becomes a bigger enemy than the opposing army. Standard lubricants freeze at -40 degrees Celsius, making rifles, tanks, and artillery jam. Drones lose flight time within minutes. Precision weapons can misfire in icy fog. Stealth jets would struggle to maintain their coating against ice buildup, and radar systems could be blinded by snowstorms. Combat might shift towards shorter, high-intensity engagements, quick strikes before the cold kills your own force. If you're finding this scenario as chilling as I am, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and comment below, could your country fight at -110 degrees C? I'll be checking the answers. In an ice age, power shifts south. Nations near the equator would control the last fertile farmlands. Warm water ports would be the new oil. Whoever holds them controls trade and survival. Arctic military bases might be abandoned, replaced with fortified zones along the ice front. Armies would fight for freshwater, farmland, and geothermal energy sources instead of oil and gas. Naval warfare would change too. The world's major shipping lanes, now choked, struggled with open land and dangerous ice, lift by ice. Submarines could operate under the ice for stealth, but surfacing would be nearly impossible without specialized ice-breaking systems. Air power would focus on defending southern supply hubs and striking across the ice front during short windows of clear weather. And in this world, the deadliest battles might not be fought between nations at all, but between desperate groups inside nations, as societies fracture under the strain of survival. History shows us the dangers. In the Winter War, Finnish forces outmaneuvered the Soviets in -40 degrees Celsius blizzards. On the Eastern Front in War II too, German troops froze at -50 degrees Celsius. Today, Norway's FSK, Canada's JTF-2, and Russia's Arctic brigades train for extreme cold, but nothing prepares for the sheer brutality of an Ice Age battlefield. If an Ice Age hit today, warfare would transform completely. Armies wouldn't just fight for dominance, they'd fight for survival itself. In a frozen world, the most powerful weapon might not be a missile or a fighter jet, but the ability to keep your people warm.